everyone, and welcome back to another video. So my beautiful client Sammy is in today. We've already gone ahead and prepped all of her nails, and I've added my clear layer onto her nails already. I've left the forms on simply because I didn't want a really thick layer and I didn't need to kind of file it or refine it, so I just kind of left the forms on and I'm working over them. There's no real specific reason why sometimes I leave the forms on and sometimes I take them off. It just really depends on how I feel at that moment in time. Also, this client is like quite fidgety. She fidgets a lot and she sits in a really unnatural disposition, so it's really quite achy sometimes to do her nails because her hand naturally turns to the side. Do any of you have any clients like that where they sit but their hand naturally falls to the side, so you're constantly fighting with it to get it into position? It's so annoying. But anyway, I've gone in and now I'm using this beautiful colour called Orchid, and it is a new one coming from CJP. It's not yet released, but will be hopefully soon. And then I've just gone in with some super fine rainbow gold shine from the Glitter Fairy, and then some of UV colour changing glitter from CJP in pink. So on this ring finger, I'm then just using that super fine as a base to put on the nail, because this glitter is quite chunky, and so it's really difficult to kind of cover that nail and get the cuticle area neat and all that with really chunky glitter, as you probably know. So I'm just using that super fine as a base. I'm then going to move on to the middle finger, where I'm coming in with Orchid again, placing it at the cuticle area, and then I'm just kind of swiping it down. I think I used this bead a little bit too wet, so I thought, right, I'm not going to build with this, it's just going to turn sticky, and so I decided to just kind of paint it and swipe it on instead. Sometimes I pick up a bead and it can be a bit too wet. If it's normally with, say, clear acrylic, then I'll just take it off and start again. But because this was just colour already on a clear base, I just kind of worked with it and swiped it on like paint. And so now, to give it a little bit extra, I'm going in with the Rainbow Gold Shine in multi-cut, and I'm just going to do round one side of the cuticle and down the opposite side of the free edge. This kind is going away on holiday for 2 weeks, so these are nice and bright and beautiful and sparkly. On this index finger here, I'm just taking that pink again, placing it at the kind of free edge joint area, working that bead down towards the free edge and just perfecting how that sits over that clear acrylic. And then going to use a Slush Fairy. I'm going to place it at the join area, blend the back of the bead into the nail bed, and then just feather the front of that bead down onto that pink to make that beautiful ombre. I'm then going to come in with my cuticle bead, so placing it at the cuticle, tilting her finger downwards, using the tip of my brush to really tuck that into the cuticle area, and the body of my brush to pull the end of that bead down into that other one, and then I will cap that in crystal glass to protect that blend. So I haven't recorded the thumb, but it was just exactly the same as the ring finger. And then I'm going to go back and encapsulate all of the nails. So of course I'm using CJP crystal glass, placing it at the cuticle area and then blending that bead down and making sure that my apex and my structure is all in place here and that all that glitter is covered and matte. Otherwise we'll just file it off and it's a waste of time. So after all the nails were capped and dry and filed and buffed and all that good stuff, I've cleaned away all the dust, and now I'm coming in with coconut milk and my size 2 brush, both from CJP, and I'm just going to create a small 3D rose in that bottom corner of the nail, leaving that bead to go matte before I start pressing into it. And as you can see, you get that nice definition when you leave it a little bit and it goes matte. If you work it too wet, it's just going to be a slop. So yeah, just have a look. This is obviously sped up, this part. So just, yeah, have a little bit of patience when doing the 3D to work those beads. So I am not in the same room as Poppy as I'm doing this voiceover, but she is playing in the garden with her sister. So I'm sorry if you can hear them squealing out there. So yeah, now the centre bead, I'm coming in with quite a bigger bead, really getting the liquid out of my brush and rolling it into a point on my kitchen roll. And then I will just swipe into the centre of that bead with that pointy brush and kind of swirl it around. If it keeps bouncing back at you, it's too wet. You want to work that bead when it stops bouncing back at you. So as you can see there, it stopped bouncing back. I've swirled into it and made like a donut shape, and now I'm just kind of chopping into the side, swirling that round like a, I don't know, like a swirly Swiss roll. And then because there was like a little gap there, I just went in and applied another small bead and then just made like another petal conjoining onto that center one. As you can see there, then I'll just like keep manipulating that into place while it's drying, and then just flatten it down when it starts to go matte. And there we have a little cute 3D flower. So then after that was done, my client wanted some crystals. So the crystals I'm using here are ones, there are a few that I'm using here. So you've got these pink ones from the Glitter Fairy Princess Wheel. Also the first one I put on, and then the crystal ABs are from Angel Crystals, and then some of the smaller ones are from Crystal Parade. I do have a discount code for Swarovski crystals at Crystal Parade. If you'd like to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description box for that. I think it gives you 5% off, but I don't actually gain any commission from that, so it's just a little cheeky discount if you want to go ahead and use it. So I'm using CJP gripper glue here to adhere these on, and just a wax pencil that I find the best that I got off eBay for like 99p. If I can find the link to it, I will pop it in the description box as well. So after they were all done and the glue was nice and dry, we're going to come in and top coat all of the nails. So just placing a thin layer on these. I don't really need a big thick layer. I don't want to ruin that shape or anything like that. And I love this top coat. It's my fave. Going around those crystals and not going over them. Just really trying to put that brush up to them and get them nice and like the edge is nice and coated and secure, because we don't want her losing any of those crystals. And then I will cure this in the lamp. Oh, a lot of people have been asking me as well why I rub the side of the nail after I top coat. And the reason I do this is sometimes the top coat can run to the side or like go bulbous over the edges. And I literally do that just so that I keep the shape of the nails that I've filed so hard to get. And that is literally the only reason why I do that. And then when she comes out the lamp, I'll just give it a second to cool down, and then I'll go in with sherbet lemon cuticle oil. It's my fave and it smells beaut. And that's the end of the video. I love you all. If you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please do. Love you all. Bye.